I have several of these fire extinguishers I've picked up over the years. When they've been used or no longer in service, they're discarded, and you can pick them up in all sorts of places. And I go for the pressurised water type and use them as a portable pressure washing facility. You can recognise the most suitable ones. They have a valve for pressurising them. The top unscrews, they're usually quite tight, and they'll also probably have a gauge to show you whether they are charged and up in pressure. When they're no longer suitable for services or not maintained properly, they get thrown out all over the place. And I picked two up the other day, just floating down the river, and as I say, they come in very handy. The handle is usually threaded in. They're usually quite tight, and you might have to use a mallet to give them a start to undo them. But when you have, you can undo the top. When you've let the pressure go, of course, in case they're full, and they unscrew, as you can see, and you can see the dip tube, and that lifts out like so. Whoops! There's the fill-up valve. It's a shame to throw these away. Clean this ring, by the way. They sometimes get a bit mucky around there. And then I fill them to about this level with water, and then pressurise them about 100 psi. Even these very small ones can be very useful. Well, here I brought my little boat up onto the hard. The tide's gone out and we're having a jolly good scrub and clean up, and you'll see the benefit of having a portable pressure washer. Okay, do not under any circumstances exceed the 100 psi warning. These are quite safe up to that. They're well below their test pressure. But unless you want to meet your maker prematurely, please stick to that. Most will have a test pressure around the neck somewhere. As I say, keep well below it. Not only do I use these for washing down, as you saw, I also use them for flushing through the water galleries of the engine. Excellent for removing sludge and grot from the galleries, heat exchangers, back flushing radiators, anything like that. Surprising the uses once you start adopting them and you start collecting them. You don't have to use water, of course. I sometimes, if there hasn't got a valve fitted, and perhaps they're foam or powder or something else, providing you're within the vessel pressure test, you can still blow them up, and when I say blow them up, I mean pressurise them with just air, and this can be very handy. If you fit one of these on the end of the hose, you have a means of filling up a flat tyre or anything like this. It's got to be easier than a foot pump or these silly little things that connect to your battery that are quite useless. There's all sorts of things you can do with them after a little bit of thought. Anyway, that's enough waffle for this time. Thank you very much for watching.